the president's been under some calls to now sit down with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy now that he has released the outlines of his plan on the debt limit. Why is now the time for the president to actually speak to the speaker and begin substantive negotiations?
So here's the thing, Zeke. Look, we've been very clear. We're not going to negotiate over avoiding default. We've been very clear about that. The administration is going to have a conversation with leaders over the budget, over the spending cuts. We've been very clear about that, and we have said that from the beginning of this process. That look, we'll have that conversation. But when it comes to default, when it comes to their constitutional duty, that is something that they can do today. They can actually deal with something that would be devastating if they didn't take action, right? Now, when it comes to what we have seen them put forward, 22% cut on education, on veterans, on Meals on Wheels, on food safety, on law enforcement, all of those things are devastating to workers, seniors, to our children, to working families, and clearly they showed us what their value were. But what they have done is they have put those two things together, the debt ceiling and spending cuts, and we have always been very clear, Zeke. We have been very, very clear. We are not going to negotiate when it comes to the full faith and credit of this nation, and they are holding that hostage currently. They're holding the economy hostage, and so look, they have to. We're not negotiating over that, and they have to avoid default.
What does the speaker?
It's very clear. It's very clear. They need to make sure that we're not put in a situation where our economy could be put at risk. And again, been very clear about.
So it is time. Lawmakers in the House of Representatives are getting ready to vote a brand new piece of legislation. This bill is important as it could prevent a debt default, but it could also reduce and even prevent millions of low-income households from receiving monthly benefits. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, this coming Friday, I will be announcing more winners for the $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, dear friends, of winning the giveaways. House of Representatives Speaker Kevin McCarthy has officially told reporters that the House would vote on his spending and debt bill this week. McCarthy has also invited President Biden to discuss the debt ceiling with him. And just a couple of days ago, Speaker McCarthy had proposed a plan. The sweeping bill lays out a proposal to raise a debt ceiling, which puts a limit on how much the debt the government can owe to pay the country's bills by $1.5 trillion or through the end of next March, whichever comes first. Biden and the Democratic-controlled Senate are likely to reject the proposal, but Speaker McCarthy has called it a basis for negotiations between the two parties in the next coming weeks. So failure to raise a debt ceiling would lead to a U.S. default on its financial obligations, shaking the global economy. Congress is expected to have until sometime in the summer to raise the roughly $31.4 trillion cap, or risk what experts say could be an unprecedented default. Republicans have insisted any action to raise a debt ceiling be paired with significant fiscal reform, seeking concessions from Democrats in exchange for their cooperation. After President Biden insisted on a clean debt limit increase, Speaker McCarthy moved forward with his own debt ceiling bill that includes a slew of GOP policy proposals that Republicans say will generate about $4.5 trillion in savings. There are several areas that the bill focuses on. The bill would impose limits on government funding hashed by lawmakers annually as part of the appropriations process. The measure would also revert funding for fiscal 2024 to fiscal 2022 levels and limit spending growth to 1% annually over the next decade. A large swath of Republicans support the idea, which is similar to one the House Freedom Caucus included in its proposal to raise a debt ceiling last month. But it's still unclear what effect the bill would have on defense funding, and thus on non-defense funding as well, as the legislative text fails to include language explicitly excluding defense programs from cuts. Republicans are using the debt limit bill to try to roll back several Biden administration actions on student loans, including the ongoing loan repayment pause and a sweeping plan to provide widespread forgiveness. The student loan pause was first implemented under the former president's administration near the start of the crisis, and later it was extended. But Republicans say the continued relief is unnecessary and very costly. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts about this proposal? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. The bill would beef up work requirements for SNAP benefits for those between the age of 50 and 56 years old. The Center on Budget and Policy proposal said the latest proposals should be rejected. Most adults who are under 65 and who receive SNAP benefits are already working or are temporarily between jobs. Another portion of the bill outlines work requirements for Medicaid, though it does not include changes to Medicare or Social Security. The Medicaid changes include requiring recipients who do not have dependents and are not disabled to work, look for some sort of employment, or be involved in community engagement of some kind for at least 80 hours a month. Speaker McCarthy has said, "Our plan ensures adults without dependents earn a paycheck and learn new skills. By restoring these common sense measures, we can help more Americans earn a paycheck, learn new skills, reduce childhood poverty, and rebuild the workforce." The bill makes good on a long-promised push by Republicans to target already approved crisis funds that the party says have gone unspent. The text calls for the rescission of unobligated crisis funds approved as part of the American Rescue Plan, the $1.9 trillion package that President Biden signed into law in March of 2021. So, my dearest friends, what are your thoughts about these work requirements for some of these programs? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my beautiful and most dearest friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Thank you, dear friends, for being part of this community and for being here every single day. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing more winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.